This is Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship. 8 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage, sex,
And we're having a great time already.
yourself, your family, divorce, your ex, your co-workers, your friends, your sister with your lover, your mother, you name it. And we always
I was
have
like,
a
not
good time.
today, Satan.
Of course you had to mess
With your hosts, Geek and Cat.
Hello, hello, hello. You know what tonight is? It's Thursday night. It is time for Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship, connection. And we're your hosts. I'm Cash.
And I'm B, and this is Relationship Ish. We have a guest with us today, Biker, and we're
Hi,
so honored to
everyone.
have him.
How you guys
Yay!
doing today?
We are well. How are you?
I'm good. Enjoying the warm weather, finally.
It's hot. It's not warm. So,
Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're there. Tap the screen. That's all I'm saying. Tell your uncle to tell your aunt to tell your mother to tell your cousins.
share the show. Uh, Today's show is Same World, Different Minds. Why do men and women think so differently? And that's one of the reasons we asked Biker to join us, because we wanted to get thoughts of a man on this podcast.
Hmm.
We'll see about that.
They
Okay.
they have thoughts. Oh, sorry. Of course they do. I'm so glad that we have a men's perspective here.
Yes.
So, V. What's today's national day is Save the Elephant Day. No, actually, we skipped something. I'm so sorry. V, what's the icebreaker?
Okay, so this is like, I don't know. Have you ever had
Why is she pausing? She's like, I
because I
haven't.
don't, I'm like,
It's
this
like
is
she can't even read.
I put an icebreaker, and I thought that I would probably change it because I wasn't sure if I wanted so have you ever had sex with a stranger? Someone that you didn't know very well, but you've had sex with them. I
Like a
have
one
not
night like a
had,
one night stand?
or somebody that you've known for a week, but you don't really know much about them.
A week or no?
Yeah, she's like, well, now wait a minute.
No, I haven't. I haven't more than a week, maybe like 3 weeks, and then yeah, but one night stand. I'm just paranoid about diseases. Or like if the condom breaks, then what?
Condoms.
If you think Biker might be your father, please call us up. We'll do a paternity test. We have the new relationship ish is if he might be the daddy. I'm just saying. I am
I
one
am not
thousand
even
percent.
commenting.
I am 1000% sure he might be the daddy. Look at that nose. I see it. I see it.
So, Micah, did you ever have just like a like a somebody that you really didn't know that well, and
Like you didn't even know their name?
well, well, I didn't go that far, but has that been? I mean, you're a man, so that's why we have this. It's thoughts of a man, it's different.
I think, yes, I think most men have gone down that road.
Me too. That's why.
Absolutely. Especially in the military.
Oh,
Oh.
we both said,
I spent a
oh,
year I spent a year and a half in Asia. So
Well, he might have the Asian clap. All right. So so
so
there
okay,
so that's why we have to send this show to Asia.
to see if there's
You,
any.
is this your father? Have you been looking for him for a couple of years? Call
If you're
us.
if you're about 40 years old,
I cannot believe it right now. Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
Lord.
My
So
I
we know that biker has V.
no, I have not. No, I have, but I have wanted to, but I didn't. I didn't even kiss the person, but I remember going, "Oh my God!" But then I didn't. I'm not.
How about we change it? Have you had phone sex with someone you only knew for a
No,
week?
no.
Okay, just making sure you have to cross
I'm
the
not a phone
boundaries.
sex kind of girl. I've had phone sex, but I'm not a phone sex kind of girl. So I would have to really be part of your life to be doing that. I'm not doing that with, even though you don't need a condom, right? So, but I still feel like I won't feel good about myself. So no, I can't do that. How about you, uh, uh, biker? Have you had phone sex with somebody that you didn't know that well?
um,
On the
n-
first date, on the first call, yes.
I don't think I have because
Oh,
I probably didn't get their phone numbers.
here with him.
Okay, okay. Well, this is very enlightening.
So you're
So,
editing for this, right? This is
nope, this was out live.
no.
So,
I'm actually a very good, well behaved Catholic boy.
Oh my goodness.
oh, I went to Catholic school my whole life as well, kindergarten to 12th grade, and I'm gay. So,
Yeah, well,
Getting
feels like
warm in
I'm a
here.
Catholic boy.
well,
All right. So today's national day is Save the Elephant Day. You
okay.
know, did you know the elephants, they're even though they're like here and you can see them, are still on a decline? Like 90% of the African elephants were killed because of their tusks. And did
Hmm.
you know tusks are teeth? Their incisors just grow out and up. So that's why a lot of elephants, when they take their tusks off, they have to kill them because their teeth, and they like pull them out and they bleed to death. And I was like, oh my God, that
Hmm.
is so mean. Very mean. Well, today's National Elephant Day. So save an elephant. Think about an elephant. My mother loved elephants. They'll never forget. So, and their skin is a inch point 2 6 thick.
My son
Just
used
their
to love
skin.
elephants. We had elephants decorating his room and elephants this and elephants that because he was like, just thought elephants were the greatest thing. But
Save an elephant.
save an elephant. I didn't know that we are on the path of losing them. That's very sad,
Hmm.
you know.
Yep, yep. Two types of elephant: the Asian elephant and African elephant. You could tell them by their ears.
Hmm.
So, save an elephant.
I think the African
Mm.
ones are cuter than the Indian ones. I'm just saying.
The
Just saying.
Wubba?
The African elephants are cuter. I like their ears better, don't you? Than
Oh,
the
the
Indian.
Dumbo ears?
Yeah. Maybe because it looks more cartoony, what I'm used to in a cartoon, since I'm not a grown up.
Okay, she doesn't even like cartoons. So
I
what?
don't like cartoons, but I do like the elephant. I like Dumbo ears, so I must like, and I like those ears. So
Oh, you don't like that trunk? All right, so what's the word of the day?
quotition. So you know
Your
what it means?
mother, what? No, you quotition yourself.
No, it means mundane, which is none of our lives. We do not live quotitious lives or quotition lives. That's mundane, everyday. People like they like a quiet quotition life where they do everything the same every day. They don't like a lot of change. Um,
Quotition. Oh, you spelled that right.
yes,
All
quotition.
right, Quoquo.
Quotition. What has you on pause? What has
So,
me on pause?
what has me on pause? Let me just tell you what has me on pause.
I can't
I am
wait.
hot. I know I look like this, so you think that I like the heat. Hell no. Let me just tell you, I have to in my job, I'm working in the basement, like 3 hours, no air conditioning, none. Physical activity, no air conditioning. Then I get in my car. I turn on the air conditioner, it goes, so I'm driving and it's hot. I come home and the air conditioner is not on, and I just got in my face because it's hot. I hate heat. I want to go to Montana, but people won't let me go to Montana. I want to go to Montana. That has
I
me on pause.
I
It's
love the
hot.
heat. What has me on pause is that we went from spring to summer, but I am loving the heat. Bring on the heat. I have my summer clothes. I have short shorts on right now, girl. I am ready. I am loving this heat. But
No.
that's not what has me
Mm-mm.
on pause. But what has me on pause is my son yesterday, like was hurt at his job, and it was so stressful. It was like I thought I couldn't, you know. I mean, thank God he's alive, but it was just not a good day for me yesterday, and that was like. But you know what was really good? I have really good friends who really like kept me together. Like, when I was talking to them, they're like, okay, so, and I was like, okay, you're right. Okay, I got this. Because I was not, you know, I was not, it was not good. So, it literally saw my son in the hospital. I got weak in the knees. I thought I was going to pass out. And I had to act like it was okay. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was not good. It was not good. But thank God he's okay. Knock on wood. So he's
Okay.
he's
Well, I just need all of y'all to know that if her knees got weak and she buckled at the knees, I would have passed out. So I'm glad he's better, but I'm glad I didn't rush out to go see because if she buckled in her knees, I would have been like, "Oh my God, baby, please help me." I would have been done. So I was
yeah,
like, "You
it
need
was
to
hard.
go?"
It
She
was
was
hard.
like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "Okay," because
Yeah,
let
it
me just tell
shocked
you.
me. This because I've seen a lot of things and I've handled them. I could not believe how I reacted. I was just like taken so back. I was not prepared for what I saw. I you
So
know
let me just tell you the story about V. V has broken her hand, looked at it, and been like, "Oh, it hurts."
it was hurting,
I'm
but
not going to say who cut her, but someone had a tree saw. It came down, sliced her in the to the white, and she's like, "Oh my, it's really bleeding." And I was like this. "Mm, mm." I was like, "Okay, we can stop the blood," but I couldn't stop. I was gonna throw up. I had to go spit up all over the thing because it was in the white meat, and it was like, and I was like, so
that's why I
for
was
her.
taken back that I reacted like that because I'm usually pretty strong when something happens, and I was not. I'm just saying the truth. I was just like, wow. So I did not handle that as the way I think that I normally do. Usually I can just deal with whatever the situation is. But I did deal with it, but I'm just saying I definitely got weak. I was like, whoa. How about you? What has you on pause? You like the heat, biker?
Well, not hot. I like it warm. But I think what really has me on pause that I'm thinking about it is
Okay.
that I'm leaving in about a month for a trip that I haven't really prepared for yet on the motorcycle. I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking off for 3 weeks. I still have to get a front tire. Um,
Yeah, he
I
told
started
me.
mapping out the trip, and then I kind of just got away from it because I got busy with other things.
three
So yeah, I
weeks
have
on a
to.
motorcycle?
Yeah.
Y-
He's got to be feeling it.
This is going to be a personal question, but that don't bother you, you know? 3 weeks just sitting there?
Well,
How
I do
long
a
do
lot
you
of
ride a day?
about 10 hours a day. I'll do, but I do a lot of bicycle riding too. So I'm pretty, I'm pretty well used to sitting on
You're-
saddles.
His lower Teddy, his lower extremities can take it. They're used to it.
Well, I guess if he was in the military, maybe that's the way they train. Hit it! Boom. No, just like
But no, I did almost the same exact trip I'm doing 3 years ago. But I'm going to do a
oh,
little bit more exploring along the way this time, because back when I did it the first time, I was just trying to get from point A to point B. But now I'm going to stop. Like in Virginia, I love history, and just Virginia's just filled with it. So I'm going to see different states I haven't been through yet, and I'm going to spend more time with my brother out in Colorado. I wanted to ride Pikes Peak last time I was there, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'm going to do
your
that.
brother's in Colorado. That's interesting.
My brother, no, my brother's in Texas, but
Oh,
I
you're
really love the
driving.
state of Colorado. So I'm going to spend a few days in Colorado, and then
You're,
yeah,
you're doing this trip by yourself.
yes, yep. I always
Ooh.
do these trips by myself. For now, anyway. Someday.
Because
I guess when you go.
I can't even volunteer and be like, yeah, I love motorcycle. 10 hours a day for 3 weeks. I don't think I
Well,
could do that. I don't think I.
well, because like when I get to Virginia, I'll be
Stop.
on the bike, but not for 10 hours. I'm going to see different things. When I'm in Texas, I'm going to be there probably 4 or 5 days, and I won't be riding every day.
Mm,
If I do, it won't be that much.
You're gonna
So,
spend a few
but
days in
Colorado, I
Colorado.
will be.
You're gonna spend a few days in Colorado.
Yeah, I love Colorado. It's just a beautiful state.
So he's good.
And
I
I'm going to
want
be
to
out
do
there Memorial
in
Day.
Colorado. I want to do those stairs, and Cash doesn't want to do it with me.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do it. She doesn't want to do it. Come on, Cash.
That might be something that I do when I'm out there.
Yeah,
That's one of the things I was looking up. So
yeah.
I can't
it's
hear you. I can't
You
see
can do
you.
the smallest one. There's all different ones. We could do the shortest one, Cash. You know what I'm saying?
I'm losing connection.
Look at her fussiness. Stop the madness. You will. I think it'll be more fun than you think, and we can train for it together before we even do it, so we could be more prepared.
My knees training for something.
Yes,
Dun,
we
dun,
will
dun.
braces
Dun,
and
dun. The Rocky training.
cortisone shots in your knees before we go. We can do this.
So before we get carried away, because she's lost her mind. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Thank you.
Share the
Okay,
show with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
let's go to commercial. And when we come back, what are we going to be talking about, V?
We are going to be talking about why men and women think so differently.
They
Why
think?
they
This is Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship.
With your hosts, V and Cash.
Welcome back. This is Relationship Ish. It's Thursday night. We have our guest here, Biker. I'm Cash,
and
and she is.
I'm V, and this is Relationship Ish, and we're so excited to have a male point of view today. Cash is Cash. Biker is here to shed, you know, because we are two females and we don't think alike necessarily in everything, but in many things we do think alike. And I was thinking, thoughts of a man might be interesting, and we've had men on our show before. This is not the first time, but we are happy to have and we've done a live with Biker before, but I don't think we've ever done the podcast with Biker. So you know
my first
so
podcast.
yes, it's
Mm.
your first podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
So why do men and women think differently? Is it biology, sociology? Is it society? We're speaking completely different mental languages. Like,
I think it's all the
what
above.
is it?
I think it's all
Really?
the above.
Mm.
You're, at least me personally, growing up and watching my family, You know, we're the hunter gatherers, so you put everybody before your own needs. That, do you believe that? No, I mean, it's definitely, I think, a different mindset.
Definitely a different mindset. We have the same brain and we use it differently from what I've been able to read about that. And, so we use our brains definitely differently. Women are definitely more emotional and men are more logical. And it's not 100%. Some women are more logical than men. Some men are more emotional than other women. Like it's not,
Yeah.
it's not, you know, set in stone in every woman and every man. We're just generalizing here because that's all we can do. We can't talk about every single person,
Which is into hey Iris, which is interesting to me because V is totally a hetero. I am told I am like towing this line, and we have the hunter gatherer here. So biker, he's going across country 3 weeks on his motor or Harley, right? You have, or is it the Harley?
I'll be taking the Honda.
Oh, the Honda. Okay, so it's like I don't know. I wonder how I fit into this. Did my brain change doing these things? So logic and problem solving and action oriented versus women are supposed to be like this communication, intuition, like men are like, let's fix it. And women are like, well, I don't know how I feel about this and why. I don't know. Like, are you saying this is true? Like, you want to fix it, Mr. Biker?
I don't think so. I mean, I just,
You want you to
I
get
don't. No, I don't. I know, Cash, that you're very handy around the house and you do a lot of fixing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be out having fun and call somebody to fix it. So, if I'm out in Texas and my hot water heater goes, I'm not rushing home. So no, I mean,
Z, what do
I
you
don't
think
think it's
about
like that
this?
for sure.
Well,
Mm.
I think, Cash, in some instances, you're curious, and so you know a lot of things. My sister fixes a lot of things, and she's hetero. She likes to know how to. She's like, what you need? You need a this. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know. So she really likes to fix things and do it yourself. And I don't. I don't want to do it myself. I want somebody else to do it. And I don't even want to know how to do it. Like Cash is curious. Like if somebody's doing something like fixing the air conditioner, she's like, so you're taking out that spring there? Because what? And they're like, oh yeah, we're taking it out because blah blah blah. And I'm going like this, who cares? Just take it out and put the other one in. Like I don't want to know what went wrong, why you're fixing it. Just do it unless it's going to help me, unless you're telling me if you do this it will save the life of the air conditioner or whatever it is. If you're going to tell me that, I want to know, but how you're fixing it and why, I'm not so interested in that. But my sister is heterosexual, and she definitely will ask why and how, and she's like, so she would like to do it herself next time, and I would like her to do it for me next time, and that's how it goes. I'm not doing it.
She said she's gonna do it for V.
But as far as
I
women's
hope you're
intuition,
watching. I hope you're watching. See how we get used? Like, mm,
the thing
mm-hmm.
is, I definitely think women have an intuition and they don't always use it. I 100% use my intuition. I think I use that uh, a lot, a lot. I'm like, if I think, uh, I live my life with that. So if I think that this is not going to be right, I'm just going to have to stop it. I'm not going to go like, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to use my intuition and go with my instincts. And I'm definitely using that. And I'm definitely emotional. So as far as I know some women, I feel like a lot of women have instincts and they don't use it. And I'm I think it's a use it or lose it. So if you're not using it, then you're not going to be able to use it. So, but I've always used my instincts. How about you? Do you think you have intuition, Cash? I mean, at
Think
least,
so. Like I feel like I know when something's turning or coming. Because I think I'm like, oh, let me just tell you, this is what I know, and I'm like, so I got to prepare for this because I know that this is the blah 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 blah, and you're like, you were right, you were right. So I don't know. Again, I think I told the line because I love fixing it. I want to think about the logic. I want to know why, but I'm also like driving like that communication, emotional processing. Like, I need communication. I need you to talk to me. I need to have that feedback. And if I'm talking and you're just like, I'm like, like, what, you know? So I don't know. And Biker wants someone else to fix it. He doesn't want to think about it. He wants
but
to
how
be out
about
playing.
Michael?
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an
Okay.
example. I was engaged. My fiance passed away. But
Mhm.
while we're living in this house, I have this big attic. And she says, we should make that into a bedroom. So I did. You know, I can use a ruler and I can use a hammer and a drill. So I turned my attic into a rather large bedroom. So
Mhm.
it's not like I can't do it, but there's times where I would rather just be doing something else. But either way, the job will
Okay.
get done.
Yes, but wait. How about instincts? Do you feel like you use your instincts?
Um, yeah, yeah, like knowing that I'm not going to do the electric myself. So, yes,
Mhm.
my instinct was I was going to burn the house down. So, but
Well,
um, yeah, I mean, built-in instincts, I guess, from
I
experience.
feel like, I'm not talking about building. So what I'm talking about is because now I'm going to call you out, but I'm not calling you out in a bad way. But listen, there is a bat.
Oh.
There's a bat person in your life, and he blocks this bat person from his, and then
Yeah,
he doesn't use. He knows what's going to happen. Doesn't use his logic or instinct. He knows what's going to happen, but he feels bad for this person, and he's like, I'll unblock them and give them another chance. And I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm just
let
calling
me
you out on that person.
let me
Am
let
I
me
lying?
update. No, you're
Am I,
telling 100% the truth. But let me
okay, good.
update you on that. She is now permanently blocked.
Oh, but I've heard this
Um,
before. Let me just update you on this.
no,
I've heard that before.
yeah, no, this is permanent. This has been usually she gets a 2 week block, and then all right, because I can see when she's trying to call me. I see it on my phone that she's blocked. I'm still trying to call, but no, the last draw was the last time I talked to her, which was almost a month ago, and she's permanently blocked.
Well, I
Yes,
hope
I
so.
try. You know the old saying, "Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer." It was
No,
kind
this is
of
not that. No, that's for a different, not the bat person is not that person. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, is
in
she saying back crazy? Okay.
yes,
Um,
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. But
That's how
well,
she's in
number
my phone.
two, communication styles. Tell us,
oh,
V.
men do not communicate the same as women at all.
I agree
Uh,
100% there.
So,
the if a woman is stressed, has a stressful day, she just wants to communicate it, and the man will want to fix it. He'll be like, well, like maybe if you do this, it would be better because that's what they do. They're fixers. So like we'll say, I'll say, I can't get along with my boss. Or like every time I do this, she does this, and then the man thinks you're trying to say, how can you help me? So they're like, why don't you tell your boss A, B, and C? And that might very well work, but that's not exactly why you're saying what you're saying. You don't need somebody to fix it. You just need somebody to listen and understand what you're going through. But men don't see it that way. They are
But I
fixers.
think too, guys will just keep it to themselves. If something's bothering them, you could probably tell. But for the most part, they just don't want to, you know, seem like they're weak or they need help.
What he said.
So we keep it to ourselves a lot, and we'll just eat it and hope that it works itself out, or try to work it out.
So even in a relationship, if you have a good relationship, like, you don't think you would tell that person, like,
Yeah. Oh,
really?
yeah. Yes, I've definitely been in relationships where, yes,
Yeah.
but you have to. I have to be very, very comfortable with somebody to do that, not just a
Wait,
friend or not even a
but
family member.
so yeah, so wait a minute. You have to be really comfortable to tell them some of your innermost secrets, but you don't have to be really comfortable with them to have sex with them. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct.
Cash, come.
What the front door?
I was just wondering.
You don't
You,
know
you,
their name, but you can. But
But you can't tell them anything important.
but I'm not going to tell them what's bothering me. Yes.
Yeah, not gonna tell. It's not gonna tell them that's bothering him that he doesn't know their first name.
well,
And the hard part about that is when you run into them down the line. Remember me? No. Yes.
you just be like, oh, oh yeah, wait, look up at me. Good job, good job. Oh yeah, I remember you. You.
You must be talking about my brother. He looks a lot like me. Not that he does, but
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. So Cash, what do you think? What do you think?
Oh, because when people tell me stuff, I listen, but then I feel like I need to find a solution. I'm not that type of person that's gonna be like,
Well,
oh,
that's what.
okay. I think I'm gonna talk to you, and I don't want to just. I mean, sometimes you just want to get it off your chest, but I need a solution. I need an answer to what the can I do for this. So I don't
I
know.
don't
I need a
think it's that.
solution.
Yes, but I don't think it's that, because if there is a solution, then I think everybody would share it, right? But men are the hunter gatherer fixers, so they always want, like, sometimes you will tell me something that's going on at your job, and I just listen and I talk back. I'll say, I cannot believe this person did that, but I don't always say what you should do or what you can do. I'm like, this person needs to be ixnayed, because I can't believe this person. I will be on your side, but not necessarily trying to come up with a solution. Because I feel like sometimes that's not what you need. You just need somebody to hear you and agree with you, and understand what you're going through. And and I feel like you do the same for me. You do give me solutions. I'm not saying you never do, but a lot of times I tell you something, you're just listening, you're like, well, and you just say whatever you think. I think, at least in our relationship. So I feel like
I
sometimes
think
you go ahead.
it's different with men too. Um, if I tell, I have a few good male friends, and if I tell them this or that or the other thing, they're basically like, just suck it up, just do it, or you don't get any empathy. It's just
Mm.
it's just
Suck it up, Buttercup.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, like, sharing wouldn't do anything because they would just be like, ah, so what? You feel that
Yeah,
way.
and I feel like to share my if I have a really intimate problem or a very serious problem, I feel like it's making me more vulnerable to share that with somebody that's just going to throw it back in my face or
Mm,
give me a hard time about it.
right.
So just eat it, deal with it on your own.
That's interesting. I never thought about it that way. Hmm. Okay. Well, you just opened my mind because I
Yes.
have had someone like throw it back in your face, and you're like, what? Did you
Yeah, it's
just
not
say
a good
what to
feeling.
me?
You
Well,
Oh,
try to
that's
open up and then they just throw it right back at you.
secret
So
desire for the communication. It goes deep. It depends on how much you trust the person in your
Exactly.
relationship. You can go there, but I don't think men have the same trust with men that women have with women and women have with men and men have with women. I think
For
what
What?
Biker said.
Say that. I say that. What?
Okay, so
You got but
let
men
me
or women with
so,
the
so
men to what
Biker,
women?
yes, because a man, I feel like he can more easily trust a woman, right? I don't. I'm not talking about gay men because I'm just saying and I think in even gay men because that's why they have these women friends, a lot of women friends, because they can be one way with a woman and they can be one way and they cannot be that same vulnerable self with a man in many situations. And I think women can be vulnerable with women and women can be vulnerable with their maybe their lovers or men that they trust, right? But I feel like men have a hard time being vulnerable with men and an easier time being vulnerable with women. I think. What do you think, Biker?
I agree 100%. I've said things to women that I wouldn't tell other men, my best
Mm-hmm.
friends,
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's
Yeah.
just going to get thrown back at me or used against me or just be, a joke.
Or judging you. I feel like
Yeah.
men are more judgmental when it comes to certain things. I feel like you can't just say it to them. I'm not if you have a person in your life, that's different, but just regular friend mail, I wouldn't share the same,
Right.
you you
Yeah.
know.
Why
So
are men not safe in their relationships to communicate? That men aren't safe in their relationships to communicate. Why are they not safe in their relationship to communicate?
well, I think
Hmm.
in the sense that they don't want to seem weak. So in some senses, they don't feel like okay, some men might want to cry, and uh, a friend of mine, her boyfriend cried, but it was for some movie, and they've been together for a year, and nothing bad happened, so she never saw him cry, but he cried. She was like, "Are you crying?" And she thought she should break up with him because he was crying, and I just was like, "What?" Well, because he cried, and she felt like that was not make he's not a man, and I felt like he was able to cry in front of you. That is an awesome thing. Like, do you like? I thought so differently from her. She was like, I was like, well, if that's what you think, but I don't see that. She's not like crying on your shoulder every day, and I don't know. She was like, I didn't even cry. Like, no, no, I'm not. If he's gonna be crying, I was like, you're with him for a whole year and he never cried. So it's not like he cries all the time. I could not believe she wanted to break up with him because he cried. But then that's what some women are like. They want the man to be so strong all the time. He can't be vulnerable if he has to be this like guy who can't cry, who can't, who has to be the man. So you got to give him a space so he doesn't have to be so, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
I guess 'cause that's crazy to me that you feel like your man can't cry in front of you.
I
Be
thought that,
like, correct.
you
Unless
know,
it's Notting Hill. If he was crying over Notting Hill, cut it. Cut it
I
right
don't
now.
cry over Notting Hill. So then I'm like, I don't know. If a man cried over Notting Hill, I don't think there's anything to cry over. So I would be like, what are you really crying about?
Oh, the
So
crying
if you're
game.
not if you're in your relationship, a woman and a woman, I think it might be uh, easier to make yourself vulnerable. But I don't know that to be true. We're not talking about every single woman in every single relationship, but I think it's different. But I don't know.
Well, for me, I just say what it is. I just and I'll just say how I feel, whatever. And people are like, "Did you just say?" Yes, I did. I don't understand why we're keeping it under wraps. I don't. For me, but it's not because I'm gay. It's not because I'm straight. But whatever. It's just me. My personality is just to be upfront and honest. This is what it is. And if that's not what you're feeling,
Your friend is toxic. What?
Your friend that said you cried and she was like, I
Oh
think I need
yeah.
to break up.
But they ended up breaking up, but not, they didn't break up then, but they broke up anyway. But I was shocked. And then I thought of her differently because I'm like, wow, you expect the man to be like put on a show for you. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's like a bad thing if a man cries, but maybe I
Do you think
do.
do you think it's
If a man
upbringing
did every
too?
day, I would have a heart attack, huh?
Do you think it's upbringing too? Like if you're being raised by a strong masculine father, as opposed, that don't cry, be tough type of thing, or Cash in your place raising a son with two women, I think they would probably be more apt to not try to be tough. Not that they wouldn't be,
see,
but I think they would
see,
show
no,
emotion.
I think
see,
I
for
would.
me, I think well, first of all, V is she had her kid walking around with her finger messed up,
My
can't even
kid have a
close it
broken hand.
anymore.
You have a yeah, because I'm like
For
I'm.
me, I know that there is, we're two women with our son, so I try to make him tough. I'm like crying, like, nah, you gotta get up and let's go, like, because I don't
In the
want
same
people
thing,
to throw it back in his face and be like, oh, you're crying because you got two moms. Be like, no, shame. Like, I think
But
my son's gonna get into a lot of fights because I'm like, don't let them say anything to you. Hey, like,
I think I raised both of my kids to be tough. Like I'm like, okay, you hurt your knee, you still in basketball. I'm like, okay, so they're still in the middle of the game. It's halftime, and they're telling me my knee hurts. I'm like, okay, does it hurt so bad that you can't play the rest of the game? Both my son and my daughter. That's who I am. Because if I have to dance in the show and my ankle, I chipped a bone in my ankle and no one knew it. I danced the whole show, put on my point shoes. My ankle was killing me. I did what I had to do. So that's what I know. So I'm like, so that's who I am. So I'm like, so what are you doing? Are you gonna cry? You're gonna go back and finish the game? So they're like, oh, I'm not gonna finish the game. I'm like, that's what I thought. Let's go, let's go. But
but
that's
you're talking physical stuff. I'm talking emotional.
yes.
That I think they would be more apt to show emotion to and not there's exceptions, don't get me wrong.
Well, I
But
think you're right though.
I could much either show emotion to my mother than I could with my father.
Of
And
course.
my mother was
Right.
pretty tough.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
I
that's
think
interesting. So you're so like emotionally, you felt like you had to be tough and suck it up, buttercup, like, oh, you're heartbroken, you're whatever. You felt like you couldn't share that necessarily with your father or your
Oh,
male
I would
counterpart.
never. I would never.
Mm.
My father? Oh, absolutely not.
Like when you were talking about your fiance passed away, like
Yeah.
even then you like kept it bottled up or you're afraid
I
people were gonna make
From the time she was diagnosed till the time she died was 9 months. I'm not exaggerating. I cried more in those 9 months than I had my entire life combined. I cried in front of my coworkers when I had to tell my boss I'm going to be probably needing time off because and he knew my fiance because she was sick and I couldn't even get through it without just breaking down and crying. I think when it comes to love, that just
yeah,
it
the only
just
time I ever saw my father cry was when his mom died. His mom died, and I was like, wow, like I had never seen him cry, and then I saw him cry again when my mom died. But those are the two times I saw my father ever cry, when his mom died and when my mom died. And I've never seen him cry any other time for any other reason. Anybody else dying, I maybe cried behind closed doors, but I've never seen it. I saw him cry two times, his mother and my mother. I mean, everybody can say they've seen me cry a million times because I cry all the time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so I don't know. I think
that's
women are definitely
interesting.
more emotional and you know, But I don't
Secret
think
Corner says, feel your feelings, express them if need be, but don't suppress them or avoid them because why so many men are the way they are now.
yeah,
But you know what I definitely see because I work with the younger generation. They are emotional about they're too sensitive. To me, it's like they're too sensitive. It's like they looked at me and I just can't anymore. I think they think that I'm like, because they looked at you.
coddling. That's what we're doing to our
Oh
kids.
my Lord.
Everybody wins the game. There's no winner. You all won. That's the
Yeah.
like like so. Yes, there is a winner. That team lost. There's no pizza today because you guys lost. We're going home. No
And so I
celebration.
think of and so I think about what I worked with V at the dance studio, and I swear because I'm like I want it perfect. So let's do it again until it's perfect. Let's do it again until it's perfect. And so I mean I taught little people who were like 2 and 3 years old. They never cried, never cried. New batch of people came in, like they were doing a trick, and I'm like, acrobatics, get up. You hurt yourself, too bad. Let's go again. That's the kind of mindset because that's the kind of mindset I grew up with. I was like, okay, you need to use your right using my right hand. And I'm like, why are you crying? I'm like, okay, so we're gonna do it. I did do a shuffle. Oh, so V was like, you can't yell at him. I'm like, I swear to God, I did not yell at him. I was like, they are using the wrong hand. She's like, I know how you are, Cash. I think you yell. I was like, I'm telling you, I was not yelling. She's like, mm-hmm. You know how she does, mm-hmm. So then she was like, the next year, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna teach them because I can't have these students leaving and you're just being too hard on them. She was like, okay, your left foot. Oh, my left foot. I did my left foot. I was like, mm-hmm.
Yes, because
I'm
they don't want to be corrected. So
oh
they you
God.
can't correct them because they're so used to being right, and if they're wrong, they don't know how to handle it. So I ended up actually they won because I needed those students. I don't want them to leave because they're not. So I have to say, everybody, you're not using the correct foot. You need to the right foot, or some of you, but not call out names. Some of you are using the wrong foot. You have to use this foot. So everybody touch your right hand on your right leg. So that's the leg that we're going to use. I had to make it a group effort because people want to cry if I say, Kaz, you're using the wrong foot. But I told them
Oh,
I
she
can't
embarrassed
afford,
me in
at the
front of
time,
the
I
whole
couldn't afford
class.
them to leave. I couldn't afford them to go, well, Missy Bennett keeps correcting me, so I don't want to dance anymore. I couldn't afford that. So I had to figure it out. I couldn't just go like, well, oh well. So I had to figure it out. But that's what I'm
I
trying to say. Women are
I
logical.
just I just stopped correcting them. I was just like V was like, she's using the wrong foot. I was like, good job, everyone. Good job. She's like, she turned the wrong way. Good. I love these turns are getting so much better. She's
I
like,
just
you
explained
can't just
everything.
let them dance and don't correct
Everybody,
them. I'm like,
we're
I
all we're
can.
all getting correction because they don't want to be called out, singled out. So that's what I learned. So I just have to correct the whole class, and then that's how I got it done. We're
I
all
learned
getting correction.
that they just do it wrong and they'll figure it out later. So love relations. So men and women often love differently. Women tend to build love through emotional closeness, communication, and consistency. Men often build love through actions, loyalty, and providing security. Tell me how you feel. He's thinking, I show you every day. Mm. What do you think about this?
I
Mhm.
agree with that. I think that for me to have a real connection with a significant other, I have to first have an emotional connection. Um, a lot of communication and I could feel comfortable with this person. But I think men, not so much. Like uh, Biker said, he doesn't need that emotional connection to have a connection with somebody. And I think a lot of women are like me and they need that emotional connection first. And men don't need that first. And I
Well,
found reading men have, sorry, this is the last thing. Men have men have built emotional uh, connections after having like physical intimacy, closeness, and then they built it because and they realized that this is a good person or whatever. So I I was like, wow. So because you know how people say like one night stand and then it's just a one night stand, but a lot of men it's a one night stand, but it could lead to something if they like the person and then they can build from there more than women. Women could do it too, but you know,
Hmm.
what do you think, Biker?
I think first of all, we can't confuse love and sex because they're not the same thing.
Well,
Um,
yes.
for me
What
personally, I would much rather, just as an example, I think I could fall in love with somebody that I guarantee I can, that I don't have sex with on the first one, two, or three dates. I, I've never fell in love with somebody that I've had sex with right away. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm different, but I definitely need the communication and the emotional buildup to uh, to that. I definitely don't. Love and sex are completely different for me. They're not the same thing. Not even the
I
same ballpark.
No, they're not the same thing, but a lot of men, well, from what I've researched, can fall in love after they've had physical intimacy. And women, not every man, obviously, but a lot of
Right.
men can like a woman from afar, never really talk to her, finally get to talk to her. And then if they have sex soon, it won't deter them from still wanting to be with this person. Where,
I
you
just
know,
think there's a lot more involved in it.
mhm.
Respect is at the top of the list. If I don't respect somebody, then it's never
So
going
you
to
said you
happen.
would respect them if they had sex with you too soon.
If I have sex with you on the first date, you're not getting very much respect from me because I'm not Don Juan. There's a lot of other guys out there that look better than me that she's probably doing the same thing with. So I'm not, Tom Cruise or whoever these guys are. So if she's doing it with me, she's doing it with other people.
But
That's how I
you
look at it.
But what if she had that connection to you and was like, you are my Don
She-
Juan. You were all of that and then some. The way that you talk to me, the way that your beard caressed my face. I hate beards, by the way. The way that you caressed me, it was just something about you, Biker. The way that I was holding you on the back of your bike and just feeling your hips. I fell in love with you.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
No, body
No.
count doesn't have anything to do with respect. We're not talking about body count. We're talking about like if you have sex on the first date, maybe the man is not going to respect you and want to have a second date with you. That we're not talking about how many people they slept with. We're not even asking them that question. I don't think we're asking that.
We're
But
talking love and relationships. So
yeah, because like for a lot of women need a way connection before they can be in a relationship and it's not necessarily the same for men.
Okay,
I,
biker.
I yes.
Biker, you've blown my mind. You're like, no way in the hell you in love with me like that. You doing it with everybody. Sorry, chick.
I
But
love this.
I
You can
think
trip without a suitcase.
but also I think if if a guy's first experience, especially if he's older, I think that would be true then. You know, his first, you know, he's a virgin until he's 25, and then his first experience. I could see that having that love relationship because he's waited so long. But if you're 25, you've been with 100 different women, probably not.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm.
I just think for
Well,
me personally, it's something that builds over time. It's not a sexual thing. It's, I mean, may lead
So
to it.
is this gonna be no sex in the relationship? You can have a relationship with a woman and then you guys decide that you're just not gonna have any intimacy. You're gonna be celibate and you have a relationship and be celibate? Are you saying that?
No, they're called friends.
I can't even focus after that one. You see that? I can't even girl.
I just curious, you know?
I mean,
That
I have
relationship
female
has to go.
friends. I've had female friends that I would go on vacation with, take off for weekends, spend. I had a friend, a female friend, that I would spend every weekend with. Everybody thought that we
She's
were
gay?
together.
She's gay?
No, but we were together every weekend. She rode motorcycles. We ride bicycles. We were together all the time. We take vacation together. I knew her family. Everybody thought that we were a couple, but it was never. And honestly, she was attractive too. But
She must have
I
been
just
gay. She was gay.
no, she's not.
She- okay.
We
She's
just
gay.
remained friends, and that was it. Never ever even came close to. I wouldn't even give her a hug.
Don't look at me.
Someone's gay in this relationship. I'm like, no, wait. She's gay. She's gay.
I think she's gay.
Well, every weekend, and you go riding bikes.
She didn't have she didn't
Wait,
have
is she riding her own bike or is she riding with you on
she
your
was
bike?
riding her own bike. She had her own motorcycle on her
Her
own bike.
own.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, 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 okay.
she would ride with me also, but she had her own.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
times
hell
that she would
no.
just ride
Mm-mm.
alone.
Mm-mm. 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 I don't believe that one.
I believe it. I mean I know
Mm-mm.
her and I just think she's too snobby to be she needs a she needs a doctor, lawyer person, and that's who she wants to be with. So she's got her goals set.
Somebody
So
that could improve her status.
right, that's who she wants. So she's just not giving it up to somebody who's just not going to be improve her. Keep her on the same. They're here. She wants to go here, but she needs somebody to bring her here. So they're on the same level. She doesn't want that. She wants somebody on the next level. So I believe that that's her issue. So she's not going to give it up because there
It,
ain't going to be no relationship
you
there.
know who I'm talking about,
Yes, I do.
and I think she's attractive.
She is
You know,
attractive.
she's kind of like what I like, but her personality was not what I wanted. And so
Mm.
we got out of the way right from the beginning that we weren't going to date, and we never did, never came up. Her
Okay.
father thought we should have. Her father thought she should be with me. And that she told me that, and I laughed. You know, but no, it never was even a thought.
Okay. So we have men thinking differently, the brain debate. Their brain is processing different. Our communication styles are different. Love and relationships are different. So, what are some of your takeaways from
Wait,
this?
what about nature versus nurture? Do you think about that?
Yes, but I was trying to make the. Mhm.
And do
So,
you? Are you
nature versus
oh, what
nurture.
you're saying? Because a secret desires brought that up that it's like how you bringing, and so did biker. Like your upbringing makes it different. So some of it is definitely nature. Men are are hunter gatherers, protectors naturally, and some
Okay,
of
but
it
my
they
question is, if there's no hunting gathering necessary, how can you still be a hunter gatherer?
okay.
You go to work.
I
You
got
go to
you
work.
because no, but this yes, men work, but not only that. My I'm going to compare us to canines. My sister's dog is a what is she, a Shetland sheepdog? What is she? What is Libby's dog?
Something, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But
I
anyway,
don't
she's a border collie. Border collie. She's used on ranches to uh, get the sheep back. You know, when they're taking
Herd.
them.
She would herd other animals.
Right, and that's what she
Mhm.
does. There's no animals for her to herd, so she starts herding my dog and Cash's dogs. Like that's what she does. That's just nature. It doesn't. She doesn't have to. She's gonna try to herd whatever she can. It doesn't matter that she's not on a farm. She didn't learn to do that. She did not learn it. It's nature that makes her that way. And that's all of us have nature that makes us certain ways and nurture that makes us other ways. So for us to just dismiss nature and say that it has nothing to do with it, I think we can see it in other animals and mammals. And why wouldn't it be the same for us? That's it. I said,
Because of, yeah, that's a great point. However, you're missing that evolution of where we came from. So evolution, we used to do a lot of different things that we just don't do now because it's not necessary
right.
in where we are. So that's why I'm asking right now, like nature versus nurture. Uh, I'm
Because it's been proven that men use different parts of their brains than we do, and we use them. So that has to do with nature. And we're still using different, even through evolution, we're still not using the same
a
brains that.
lioness hunts and gathers.
Yes. Oh, no, no, no. That's fine. Oh, a lioness hunts and gathers, but a lioness also takes care of her cubs and feeds her cubs her way. And then when she's had cubs, the lion goes out and gets the meat so she can stay home with the cubs. And so, uh, yes and
The
no. There's
lion
no.
doesn't ever go out. The other lioness go out to hunt. The man never goes out and hunts. The women go out and get the meat for the men and the cubs.
So is that what you do? Well, that's what you do. You're the woman who goes and gets the meat for the women. And I'm not that woman. I'm not a lioness. I'm just saying.
So what she's trying to say is she can't protect her young. What you trying to say? Like what the
I'm
front
trying to
door
say
is going on?
it's 2026 and I take care of myself. I pay my own bills or whatever, but I do not want a man that can cannot provide for me, cannot protect me, and I don't need him to, but I need him to want to, and I need him to be able to. I don't need him to, but I am not going to be with a person who I think is, if a person comes out, because listen, if we're at the studio and I hear a noise, I'm the first one to see everybody's running in the back and I'm taking my shoe. What am I going to do? I don't know, but I'm going to see what that noise is. I'm not running, but I need a man who's going to be with me, not running and put himself in front of me because I will sure enough put myself in front of him. So if I don't have that kind of man that has that kind of loyalty and that kind of wanting to protect me, then that's not my man because that's who I am already. And I don't need somebody who's going to run behind me. So if you're not going to try to be next to me and then help me out, then, no, I need that. I need a man. That's what I need. Hey, plenty of women don't need that. They're good. I listen, I'm here by myself doing everything by myself. I'm good, but that's not okay for me to have a man
Do
and
you
then I'm
think that changed when feminism became a bigger thing? Women are
what
going to
happened.
just take care of themselves and don't need a man. I'll take care of my own.
Well, I think some women think that way. I mean, I don't need a man to take care of me. Obviously, I'm taking care of myself right now. No, like who's taking care of me? I'm doing my hair, my nails, paying my taxes. I'm, doing whatever I need to do. So I don't need a man to do it, but I don't want a man who's expecting me to do it. I'm not the lioness. I'm not running
Right.
out and getting the food so you can eat. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
I
I'm
know.
not sitting
So
down
would you
at
want a
home while
woman
my
to, yeah, that's what I ask you. You want to sit home while your woman goes to work?
no, absolutely not.
And I don't want a man who does that. If that's your job, if you think you're going to sit down and I'm going to do all the work, then you're not my man. That's fine. You're somebody else's man. I'm sure there's plenty of women who like that. No, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's different for two women because what are you going to do? Well, you can still be the woman who one woman stays home and the other one works, or both women work, or I don't know about both women stay home, but I don't know. Well, you don't think
Well,
nature has any play in it? That's what you're saying, Cash?
if you're bringing up nature versus nurture, I'm wondering if when these stereotypes, typical ways that people act in these roles, where evolution has to evolve. So there's no, like, so where does that take us? Where does someone need to be? So you you want a partner that's going to be in it with you. They don't want someone to be like, oh, I'm sitting at home and I'm going to sleep all day and you're still my partner. That, I don't think that's anybody's inclination ever. Be like, oh, like, I don't care, there's a mouse, I'm not getting it. Maybe someone else's woman will get it. I am not getting any mice. I will call my brother up and they will get the mice. However, just like Biker said, I will fix things. I see things and it's about to fall apart and I will fix it. That's something that I see that needs to be done. Who's going to do it? Someone has to do it. I didn't even say, shoot, I can't afford to get it done. I'm going to figure out how to do it.
Fixes things, and so
Yeah,
and
so I think but nature versus nurture, I'm just wondering, where do we evolve to
We
where
have. I mean, Cash, go back to the 1950s. How many women were out there working? I don't know the numbers, but I'm sure it's a lot less than it is now.
yeah,
We have
no,
we have evolved. It's more equal now.
yes,
okay, I'll take that into consideration. So
thank
we
you.
have same world, different minds, why men and women think differently, the brain debate, logic versus emotion, communication style. What am I going to communicate? What am I going to keep to myself? Love and relationship style. I mean, I learned a lot from Biker on this one. And nature versus nurture. What are your takeaways, Biker? What's the takeaway that you have from our conversation tonight?
I'm glad my mother didn't see this.
Why is that?
I think she thought it was a little bit different. No, I
Oh.
mean, it's just, I think I was a stereotypical guy growing up, especially in the military.
Mhm.
So again, as you get older and more mature, you see things differently and you act accordingly. But I definitely had my wild days in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
60s,
But
70s, 80s. My
60s,
father,
well,
he's in his 80s and he's still having his fun. So,
yeah,
okay, so takeaways, B.
Um, I think that both sides need to do more of this kind of conversation so we understand where we're both coming from. Because I think for me, this is one of the takeaways is that um, sometimes I talk a lot, obviously, but I don't shut up. So sometimes I feel like silence means distance but silence for a man does not mean
No.
distance. You know what I mean? So, but silence. Well, now I feel like I don't do that anymore. But I definitely did think like if they're not talking, there's a problem, and that and I feel like we just need to talk more to each other so we understand where each other's coming from, and then it won't be so difficult for us to be on the same page because I think we're on the same book, but we're just not always on the same page. And I think,
And also, women mature so much faster than men do.
and we're smarter. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not even going to argue that.
I'm just saying. So, what did Esty say?
I hang TVs, put furniture together, cook out of boxes. She's a box cutter. She cooks up from the box. And she's in a relationship. Hell no. I wouldn't say more women work is evolution. It's almost impossible to live in this country on a single income. More women are working out of necessity. Yes.
Yes, but
But
not
is that evolution? Is
it
that
either. Like it's boring. We want to get out there. We want to be sitting
Yeah.
home and cooking the dinner and be inside all day. You know what I mean? Like who wants to do that?
have
Even in the
societal
50s, a lot of
meetings?
the women didn't do that. A lot of the women, they had maids and they were sitting home with their pearls and having meetings because they wanted to do things. They were like, let's see how we can help the needy and let's do this and whoever was coming washing the dishes
She has a different society. I'm like, my
in the 50s. That's what we didn't you see the help? That's what it was.
that we had maids.
Not we didn't, but the,
Oh, okay, because I got
oh, you know
confused.
what?
I was
Growing up, my mom had a maid. My mom had there were two maids. There was somebody who washed the dishes and somebody who cooked the food, and that's how my mom grew up. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying
So,
you have a different life more than 99% of Americans.
well, my
She's like,
father didn't
I'm
grow up
just
that way. My father
saying.
grew up not having like shoes to go to school, so sometimes he couldn't go to school because you couldn't go to school without shoes. But his parents couldn't afford to buy him a pair of shoes, so he had to wait till they could afford to buy him a pair of shoes so he could go to school. So my father grew up at the exact opposite on the same island, and and my mom grew up in a whole different lifestyle, and maybe that's why I'm who I am.
Oh, Mr. Biker. I always talk about, like I think about men and women and like the differences, but the enlightenment from you were like, uh, doesn't equal love. I can hit it, not knowing your name and keep going, but I'm not going to tell you my feelings because that's something I keep locked inside. Like
Yeah,
for me, you saying that out loud was like, yeah, I guess you could do that because you have to trust and you have to keep it locked up. That was like very
enlightened.
interesting to me. It was enlightening. So that men's perspective or like she was saying that you're quiet because you don't want to talk. You just want to
Mm.
just do things, get it done, and just keep it moving.
Yep.
So I did learn something from you, Mr. Viper.
I learned a lot from
Also,
all the time
so
he
I appreciate
appreciated.
everybody here joining in, and that
This
was
was great. Thank you,
why men think differently.
Iris. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you guys for showing up and writing and watching us. We appreciate you. Um,
I want to thank Biker for joining us today on this podcast, Why Men and Women Think Differently. V, what's our next week's show?
I don't know. I think we're gonna be talking about.
Can I get some now?
Can you get some now? Is that what
That's the
we?
that's next week's show. Can I get some now? I think I waited long enough. I need to get it. Get it.
I
I'll be
think
Get
back
it.
next week.
talk about. I think we're gonna talk about dating traps.
Oh, dating traps? I thought we were going to talk about, is it time enough to get it? No?
Well,
When
we
is
can
it time to hit it?
Oh, is it time to hit? I thought that's the next week, but we can skip it and go to the verse. Yes. When is the time to have sex? When is it enough time to have sex? Like in a
Now,
relationship? No, when you're in a new relationship. When it
now.
We know the men's perspective, but if you hit it now, he's never going to
Well,
respect you because you gave it
Yeah,
you're
to
right. No,
everybody.
he's not going to be in a relationship. See, then he's not going to be in a relationship with
there's definitely a time period I mean, you have to get comfortable with somebody and really get to know them. I don't think there's an actual time limit on it, but definitely an emotional state. I think to
I'm
be in a
glad to
relationship
hear
for
that
me.
from a man. Yeah, that's what definitely for me. But I'm glad to because I always think that men don't need that, and I'm glad to hear that that is important if you want to have a substantial relationship. They feel the same way that we do. At least we're
But can
thinking.
get it on the side. All right. So, well, this was Thursday night at 8 o'clock. This is Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship, connection. We're your hosts. I'm Cash.
And I'm B, and this was Relationship Ish. Please like, follow, share the show. It's not too late to share it. People can watch it tomorrow. And Biker, I'm very happy that you came on. Hope you will join us again for another show. You were
Absolutely.
awesome.
I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
And we enjoyed your frankness, and we did learn a lot from you. And it was nice having a male energy in our show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
We love you. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye. See you next week.
This is Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship.
8 p.m.
We're live.
Now, sex,
And we're having a great time already.
yourself, your family, divorce, your ex, your co-workers, your friends, your situation, your lover, your mother, you name it. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With your
it up, right?
hosts, B and Cal.